Hi there, and now it's Rory Cowan from Mrs. Brown's Boys, his fans' questions.
Lovely.
And they are for the fan pages, Mrs. Brown's Boys UK Fan Club and the Rory Cowan, Rory Brown fan page.
Lovely. My two favourite pages on Facebook. Lovely.
Or rather, the Rory Brown, Rory Cowan fan page.
That'll do.
So these questions are gathered from February 2017.
Oh, okay.
Started with
March the 3rd.
So Gladys Jane Parks from Nova Scotia, Canada asks, what is Rory's favourite episode of Mrs. Brown's Boys?
Hi Gladys. Let me see. Oh, the one where me and Dino got married. Of course, that was just brilliant, and we drove the car through the kitchen window. I loved that. I absolutely loved that. It was brilliant because that was broadcast, I think, the day before marriage was made legal in the UK. So the timing of it was wonderful. Everything was wonderful. I just loved that whole episode about it, and the way Brendan wrote it was fabulous. That'd be my favourite episode.
And Gladys's granddaughter Mackenzie wants to know, what is your favourite colour, Rory?
Hello Mackenzie. My favourite colour would be, I'm trying to see, is there a colour here that would match it? It's a blue, but it would be like, let me see, it would be like that colour blue. That colour blue there. I don't know what you call that, but I just think that's a lovely rich blue. So that would be my favourite colour. And it matches my eyes a bit.
And Lillian Bowers wants to know, what is your most memorable moment while filming Mrs. Brown's Boys?
How are you, Lillian? That, without a shadow of a doubt, that is the Mankini scene on Dollymount Beach in Dublin for the movie. I was covered in what was supposed to be goose fat. I had a mankini on, I had goggles on, and I had a swimming hat that looked like it came from the 60s with flowers, plastic flowers in it. And in between, when you had to redo it, in between reshooting it and stuff like that, I'd be standing around, and I thought, nobody's going to recognise me with all this shite on my face. And people were walking their dogs and they were going by, they're going, how are you, Rory? How are you, Rory? And I was like, how the hell did they recognise me under all this? But that was my favourite one, and it's the one when we showed in the trailer. We showed the trailer at the live shows, and we know we're behind the curtains waiting to go on, and I know when I hear the big Rory laugh, and I go, oh, that's my ass gone that way. So I love that. That's the most memorable bit.
And Christy McNesh asks, what did you want to do when you left school? Did you always want to be in the entertainment industry, and did your parents have a career in mind for you, or were they just supportive of you?
How are you, Christy? Well, it's most bizarre. My mother wanted me to work in a bank because I was very good at maths, so I deliberately failed maths in my final exams. I wanted to work in a record shop, and my father got me a job in a record shop. I was earning £21.50 a week, playing records, and I would have done that for nothing. I do that at home at the time. I would have been listening to music all day, so I was getting paid for doing what I had as a hobby. And that's the thing, if you've got kids and they want to do something, if they can get a job with something they're passionate about, something they love, they have the best job in the world, and they will be noticed and they will progress, and that's what happened to me. What was the other part? My parents, my mother was very disappointed I didn't get a job at the bank, but I couldn't think of any job I just couldn't think of a more dreary, dreadful, horrible job. That's just me. So I got a job in a record shop. Within 7 years I was the marketing manager of EMI Records in Ireland, and it was just because I had an interest in the job, I got promoted very quick. So that's most important, especially now, parents, if you're listening, if your kids are doing something that if they get a job doing what they would do for nothing, that's the best job in the world for them. Don't be pushing onto them what you think they should be doing. Hope that's all right. Was there something else in that question? Did I miss something?
Oh, I think you covered that very well there, Rory.
My dad supported me. He was just happy I had a job. He didn't care what I did. My mother had a bit more ambition for me.
So Anna Monaco asks, what is your favourite soap? And Karen says, please don't say fairy soap, lots of laughs.
Anna, let me see. My favourite soap would be, I love, but the British ones I like EastEnders. The Irish ones, there's one called Red Rock, and that's also shown on BBC. It's brilliant. Red Rock is magnificent. I don't know if you'd call it a soap. You probably would. Yeah, you would, but it's brilliant. It's got fabulous characters. It's centred around a police station. So if you ever get a chance to see Red Rock, it's called. I love it. It's absolutely brilliant. It's on TV3 here in Ireland. It's a fabulous show. And then they also show it on BBC One in the afternoons. So if you get a chance to watch it, Red Rock it's called, it's amazing. It's my favourite soap. I just love it. I'm addicted to it.
So Janet Walker asks, what's Rory's favourite episode?
Janet Walker, my favourite episode. I think I answered that already, didn't I? I said it was the one where myself and Dino got married and I crashed the car through the wall in the kitchen.
That's
yeah,
right.
so it's the same. Yes, the same one. Janet.
Same question, different person.
Already, yeah.
And Sue Donahue asks, where does Rory like to go for a holiday?
Sue, my favourite, if you look at my photograph, my favourite holiday destination is Tel Aviv in Israel. I love it. It is just, it's a city that suits me. I adore it. I've been going there at least once a year since 1979, sometimes 2-3 times a year. I haven't been there now since last September, so I'm due a break. I'm due another visit back there. But that's my favourite. I absolutely love it. When I'm walking through Ben Gurion Airport, it's like I have a big grin on my face. It's like, now I'm back. I love it. It's a fabulous city.
And Sean Patterson from Alberta, Canada asks, what is your biggest blessing in your life apart from the success of Mrs. Brown's Boys?
The biggest blessing, I suppose, would be my health. I realise that now when my mother, God love her, she has dementia now. And when we were in Australia over a year ago on tour, I was told she had days to live. And she's still here. It's very hard to talk to her and stuff. Well, I can talk to her, but it's very hard for her to understand what I'm saying. And sometimes I don't even know if she recognises me. But my main blessing is that I was able to get home. She didn't die when I was in Australia last year, which would have broke my heart, but she didn't die, and I got home and I've able to spend so much time with her now, even though I'm not sure if she's aware I'm there. But it's good for me to know I can talk to her and I can see her a few times a week and stuff like that. So that's grand, and I know time is limited for her, so I'm making the best of that time that I can. So that's my biggest blessing. It wasn't a sudden thing like when I was in Australia, because I don't think I would have ever gotten over that.
And Karen and Jess Story, who administrate the fan pages.
Hiya Karen, hiya Jess. Thanks for everything you're doing.
They ask, if and when you retire, where in the world would you like to retire to?
That's that simple. Israel, Tel Aviv. I would love the sun, the lifestyle, the food, the nightclubs. Well, I don't know if I would do nightclubs when I retire, but I probably will. You know me, the oldest swinger in town. The restaurants, everything, every single thing about that country, I love. I love the climate, I love the people, I love the food, I love the nightlife, I love the beach. I just love everything about it, and it would suit me to retire there, to Tel Aviv. I would love that.
But you'd stay in UK as well. You wouldn't leave us full time.
I know. Well, I wouldn't be able to stay full. I'd have to come back and forward. I would be coming to the UK, and I would be coming back home to Ireland as well.
We'd still have a bit of the lovely Rory.
Yeah.
So, Wendy Harrison from Rory fan page asks,
hello Wendy. I know Wendy. She likes all my comments.
if you could be any character in a soap, who would you be and why?
Any character in a soap? Well, if I was in Red Rock, I'd love to be a baddie. I really would. A corrupt policeman. I'd love to be something like that. But if it was in Mrs. Brown's Boys, which isn't a soap, but I love Buster's character. I just adore that character, and Danny plays him so well. Danny is brilliant. I love that character, and when we get the scripts, I always want to see what Buster's getting up to more so than what I'm getting up to. But Buster is fabulous. I wouldn't be able to play that part. I genuinely wouldn't be able to play that part because and Danny plays it so brilliant. Nobody could replace him. But in Mrs. Brown's Boys, it would be him. In a soap, I'd have to be a baddie. It would have to be some sort of, or somebody with something wrong with that character or something that might appear nice and kind and gentle at the beginning, but as the storyline goes on, you realise there's more badness in this guy than we really thought. I'd love to do that. That'd be interesting.
And the final question, if you could be invisible for 24 hours, what would you get up to?
If I could be invisible for 24 hours, I'd be dreadful. I really would. I would carry out pranks on people. If I could be invisible, I wouldn't be going around to see what people were saying or what people were doing. I'd be doing things to scare the life out of them. I really would. If I could be invisible, I would be like a ghost. I would haunt people and I would terrify them, and I'd fall around the place laughing at that. That's what I'd love to do. Like all this stuff like helping people and doing, not forget about that. If I was going to be invisible, I'd terrorise people, but only for the 24 hours. I'm not serious, but I really would. I'd frighten the life out of them and I'd fall around the place laughing.
Oh, we have few questions there. There's another.
Okay.
So, Amy Booth also asked the same question about your best moment being in Mrs. Brown's Boys. I think we covered that, didn't we?
Yeah.
And Heather Wilson asks, who was your idol growing up?
How are you, Heather? Heather puts a picture of me up every day, my smiling Rory picture of the day. Heather does that and I loved him. Who was my idol growing up? In the 60s I loved Sandy Shaw, but that was just as a singer. But my idol was Mark Bolan. When the first time I heard Get It On, it was like pop music went from black and white into colour for me. It was just amazing. There's never been anybody like Mark Bolan. Like, I love the Beatles, I love the Rolling Stones, I love Kate Bush, I love so much music, but Mark Bolan was the one where I became a fan, and I just thought everything about him was amazing. I just feel sorry for anybody who wasn't around in the early 70s because they missed it, because he died in 1977, God love him. 40 years dead this year, my God. But he was stunningly beautiful. His records were absolutely amazing, and I did, and I know probably millions of other boys at the time wanted to be Mark Bolan. He was that big an influence. He was huge. There's nobody that ever came close to him. Noddy Holder was another good one in Slade, but I know him now, and that's brilliant. Imagine you get to know some of your idols. I've met him a few times. He comes to our shows, and that's just brilliant because he was around at the same time. But Mark Bolan, definitely, he was the idol of all idols for me.
And Caroline Whitehead asks, who is your favourite character in Mrs. Brown's Boys?
And again, that's Buster. I mentioned that it's Buster Brady. I just love Buster. I adore the way Danny O'Carroll plays Buster, and it's a character that other people could play. I've seen the lovable rogue in other shows and stuff like that, but I couldn't imagine, like, if anyone else tried to take over that part from Danny. He's made that part his own, and he is absolutely brilliant in it. I couldn't imagine anybody else playing that part. I really can't. And it's amazing because I've known Danny since he was 8 or 9 years of age when I started working with Brendan. He was only a kid. And to see him doing this, and Buster is not like Danny, like Rory Brown and Rory Cowan. Rory Brown's a little bit nicer than me, but he's still a camp game man. Buster is nothing like Danny. Danny's adorable as well, but Danny's he's not a rogue or anything like that. He's a lovely family man. But Danny as acting in the show. I think Danny, what he brings to that character is absolutely amazing. I really can't praise him high enough for that.
And Deb McCarroll from Canada asks, has Rory thought about marriage, or was he ever married?
I'm single, always have been single. No, the thing about it is, I'm a real selfish swine. I locked my heart away and lost the key a long time ago, and it's not going to be found. I don't want it to be found. I'm quite happy in my own company and on my own. And the way I look at it as well, like, I mean, why stick with one when you can make millions happy? I know that sounds terrible. No, I suit being on my own. I don't suit being in a relationship at all. I don't think I do. I've tried it a few times and I never really liked it. So there you go.
So that's Rory Cowan, known as Rory Brown, from the cast of Mrs. Brown's Boys, and I'm Avri Citron, and that was Fans Q&A.
Thank you very much. I know I'm off to Scotland tomorrow, and my hair is done. We're going to be doing some stuff, and then we're going on tour, and I can't wait to get back on the road. I can't wait to start filming all around to Mrs. Brown's. It's going to be fabulous, and I will see you in Glasgow tomorrow, Sunday, or whatever. All the best. Bye bye.